Hello, my dear friends. Shashlik is a dish that brings together flavor, aroma, and the joy of cooking. To make veal shashlik tender, juicy, and fragrant, every stage matters, from choosing the meat to grilling. I'll share all the secrets for making perfect veal skewers, using a marinade of oil, lemon juice, garlic, onion, salt, pepper, and some pork fat, which will add juiciness during grilling. We chose veal shoulder for this recipe. The meat is young and tender. It should definitely be fresh, with no strange smells and a uniform pink color. Veal is quite lean and dietary, but to make it juicy, we'll add some pork fat, and that will be delicious. Let's start with the marinade. Press 6 medium cloves of garlic, or grate them, or finely chop with a knife. Transfer the garlic to the bowl, where we'll marinate the meat. The marinade is the soul of shashlik. It not only adds flavor, but also softens the meat, making it more tender. Add 20 grams of salt. That's 10 grams per kilogram of meat, just enough to season it gently. If you oversalt veal, it will release all its juices during cooking. Then add 3 grams of ground black pepper. Now squeeze the juice from half a lemon. The acid helps break down the meat fibers, making it more tender. Avoid using vinegar. It tightens the fibers and will make even good meat dry. Vinegar is only used to soften tough meat. Pour in 100 milliliters of neutral sunflower oil. It makes the meat texture smoother and spreads the spices evenly. We're using a simple but effective set of ingredients that will enhance the meat's natural flavor. Making juicy shashlik is not difficult. The marinade is key to tenderness and taste. Next, we prep the meat. Rinse it well under cold water to remove any blood, then pat it dry with paper towels. This step is important. Less moisture means the marinade will absorb better. Cut the meat into medium-sized cubes, around 3.5 to 4 centimeters. That's the ideal size, big enough to cook evenly and stay juicy. Smaller pieces may burn and dry out. Larger ones may take too long and remain undercooked. Always buy chilled veal, not frozen. It should be firm, pinkish, and free from dark spots. It mustn't have a strong or unpleasant smell, and it shouldn't be slimy or bloody. Frozen veal loses moisture during thawing, and that makes the shashlik tough. Remove any sinews from the meat. During heat, they shrink and force the juice out. This is important for veal and beef, though in pork, those sinews can actually improve juiciness. The key to perfect shashlik is the right meat, how it's cut, marinated, and grilled. So take every step seriously. Once the meat is cut, add it to the marinade and mix thoroughly, making sure each piece is well coated with spices. Marinating is a true art. It determines the flavor, tenderness, and juiciness of the meat. The same cut of veal can taste completely different depending on how it's marinated. Even though shops now sell marinated meat in every flavor imaginable, trust me, nothing beats homemade. You'll see for yourself that the meat is fresh and choose spices that suit your taste perfectly. Just be careful with the salt. Too much will draw out the juices and leave the meat dry. The best option is to salt it lightly before cooking and add more at the table if needed. We're not done with the marinade yet. Now slice some onions into half rings. For 2 kilograms of meat, use 800 grams of onion. You can't replace regular yellow onions here. Their bitterness and aroma are essential, so you need a lot. Onion juice, together with lemon juice, provides natural acids that help soften the meat. Spices add flavor and aroma. But keep in mind, everything in moderation. Too much acid, or leaving it to marinate too long, can actually toughen the meat. Add all the onion to the meat and crush it with your hands to release the juice. This step is crucial. The juice helps the marinade soak deeper into the meat. Our marinade consists of 3 elements: oil for juiciness, acid, lemon and onion for tenderness, and spices for flavor and aroma. A good marinade locks in the juices, wrapping each piece and preventing them from leaking out while cooking. Mix well to make sure the onion juice coats every piece evenly. Few people know that shashlik is one of the oldest dishes in the world. Since ancient times, people cooked meat over an open fire. It was their main food. They grilled it on hot coals using long skewers. Though its roots are in the East, shashlik is now cooked everywhere, under many different names. Now take about 200 grams of fresh pork fat. Before skewering the meat, we'll alternate it with thin slices of fat. This makes the shashlik extra juicy and keeps it from drying out. Plus, the fat adds flavor and a rich aroma. Slice the fat into strips that fit well between meat chunks and won't fall off. You can also use salted fat. Just remove the hard skin if needed. After grilling, the fat is delicious to eat too, especially with potatoes. I'm using a piece of Poltava-style pork fat, and its skin is very soft, so it will still taste great after grilling. There's no need to mix the fat with the meat now, just lay it on top to absorb the marinade's aroma. Let it marinate for 2 to 3 hours at room temperature, if you're short on time. But for a deeper flavor and perfect result, leave it for 6 to 8 hours in the fridge, or even overnight. Cover it with a lid or plate to prevent it from drying out. Now it's time to grill our shashlik, and the smell is amazing. Set the fat aside for now. Before grilling, remove all onion pieces from the meat. They'll burn quickly and give a bitter taste. The meat pieces have become so soft and tender, you can really feel the transformation. That's why preparing it yourself from the start matters. You see the quality before and after marination. Size matters here too. It affects how well the marinade penetrates. Let's start skewering. Begin with a piece of meat, then add a slice of fat. Thread the veal tightly, but don't press it. The meat needs to cook evenly from all sides. Finish the skewer with another piece of meat. This way, the melting fat will drip down over the meat instead of falling into the coals and burning. Veal shashlik doesn't need long cooking. That's what makes it such a pleasure to prepare. It's also quite safe to eat, even if slightly rare. Since cows eat only plants, veal rarely carries harmful parasites. But pork must always be fully cooked. It can carry parasites that only die with proper heat treatment. It looks so good, you already want to take a bite. Let's grill the shashlik like we're on a picnic. No fancy gear needed, because it's not always possible to bring a grill along. And we'll prove that cooking this way is still easy and convenient. The main thing is to choose a windless spot, so the sparks from the fire don't blow everywhere. We place the skewers over glowing embers. If the coals are covered in a layer of white ash, it means they're ready. Never cook meat over an open flame. Lay the skewers close together. For the first 3 to 5 minutes, turn them often to prevent burning. This helps the meat cook evenly, develop a crust, and seal in the juices. That means constant attention. Keep rotating the skewers. Hold the skewers about 10 to 15 centimeters above the coals. If you see open flames during grilling, splash the meat with a little water or marinade. And if the heat drops too low, fan the coals using something flat or a special grill fan. Be just as careful with your choice of firewood. It directly affects the taste. Never use coniferous wood. When it burns, it releases resin. If the meat absorbs that, it will get a bitter, unpleasant taste. Also avoid painted or varnished wood. It's bad for the flavor and for your health. The best choice is hardwood: oak, linden, birch, or any fruit wood like apple or pear. The wood should be dry and not too large, or it'll take too long to burn down. This type of shashlik cooks in 15 to 20 minutes. The time depends on the size of the meat chunks and the heat level. Here's a quick reminder for the perfect veal shashlik. First, don't oversalt. Salt draws out juices, drying the meat. Better to salt it after it's cooked. Also, don't go overboard with spices. They can mask the meat's natural flavor. And finally, don't overcook. Veal is delicate. It can easily become tough if overdone. The shashlik is ready, incredibly juicy, but don't rush to pull it off the skewers. It's fully cooked, but let it rest for a couple of minutes. That way, less juice will escape. The result is beautifully tender and juicy. Marinating is a key step. After grilling, the meat stays moist. The fibers are softened, and that's what gives shashlik its tenderness. In winter, we're lucky to have fermented vegetables and pickled goods. Serve this kind of shashlik with ajika, pickled cabbage, or fresh veggies like tomatoes and cucumbers. And of course, marinated onions, a must-have with shashlik. Veal shashlik, done right, can win over even the pickiest food lover. A simple marinade made from oil, lemon juice, onion, garlic, salt, and pepper highlights the meat's natural flavor. Fat layered between the pieces adds moisture and aroma. Each chunk is grilled perfectly, still juicy inside. Because veal is delicate, it's easy to overcook. The outside is golden brown with a bit of caramelization, no raw spots. The inside is pale gray with a pink tint. Not raw, but juicy and cooked through. The meat is springy, not tough, and when pressed, it releases clear juice. If the meat is hard and dry, it's overcooked. The pieces are easy to chew, with no stringy fibers. The marinade and added fat make the shashlik flavorful and moist. Cook with joy and enjoy the result.